Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And so today we're going to make a baby headband. I call it the Botastic headband. And for this project, we're actually going to use Red Heart Super Saver yarn, and I'm using baby pink. That's the name of the color. And we're also going to use our 5mm crochet hook. So to begin, we're actually going to start with a chain of 45. So I'm going to do that, and then me back up if you guys are ready to continue our pattern. Okay guys, so here we have our 45 chains made, and so now what you're going to do next is you're just going to slip stitch into that first chain that we made. So you're just going to make sure that you don't tangle your work. So I'm going to slip stitch into there, and then I'm going to chain one, and that chain one does not count as a stitch, and we have formed a big loop or ring. So remember that chain one does not count as a stitch, and you're going to place one double crochet into that same space, and then each chain all the way across. So here we are guys, this is what we have so far once we've done a one double crochet in each chain all the way around. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to slip stitch into the top of that first double crochet that we made. So the next round is we're actually going to chain one again, which remember that chain one does not count as a stitch, and we're going to front post double crochet into that first double crochet that we made. And following that front post double crochet, you're going to back post double crochet into the next stitch. So do that there, and then the next stitch is going to have a front post double crochet, and the one following that will be a back post double crochet again. So we're going to repeat that pattern all the way around. So you're placing a front post double crochet followed by a back post double crochet all the way around until you make it back to the beginning of your work. And this is what we have guys once we've completed round 2. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to slip stitch to the top of that first double crochet that we made, and then for our third and final round we're going to chain one again. Remember that chain one does not count as a stitch, and we're going to place a single crochet back into that same space, and we're going to place one single crochet in each stitch all the way around just to give it a nice finish. If you don't necessarily want it to be this thick, you don't have to add this round, but I think it makes it look neater, so I always add this round on my headbands. So one single crochet in each stitch all the way around until you make it back to the beginning, and then you're going to slip stitch and tie off. this is what it looks like so far, guys. So I made it to the end, so I'm just going to make my slip stitch into the first single crochet that we made, and then I'm going to tie off, and that completes the band part of our little headband. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to work on the bow. So to begin working on the bow, we're just going to begin with a chain of 11. So I just put a no slip knot on my hook. I'm going to chain 11. Then once we have our 11 chains, I'm going to place a double crochet in the second chain from the hook. So I'm just going to go into that second chain from the hook there, and I'm going to place one double crochet in each chain all the way to the end. So once you've completed this row, you should have 10 double crochets. So to begin row 2, you're going to chain 1 and turn, and you're going to place a double crochet in the same space that you made that chain 1 from, because that chain 1 does not count as a stitch. And then you're going to place one double crochet in each stitch all the way to the end. So you should have 10 double crochets at the end of this row as well. So once that is finished, you should have a nice piece of fabric. If you want to make it thicker, you could do another row, but this is the preemie size that we're working on today, so I'm just going to leave it at that. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to work on a nice edging. So I'm going to chain 1 and turn, and instead of going in the normal direction that we would normally go, I'm going to go in the opposite direction to make some reverse single crochets. So I'm going to do this all the way around on the piece, and in each corner I'm going to place 3 reverse single crochets so as to help me turn, and I'm going to continue doing that all the way around until I make it back to the beginning, and then slip stitch to join. Okay, so I've just made it to the end and made my slip stitch. So this is what it should look like. I'm just gonna tie off my piece and I'm going to sew in all those tails and all those stragglers on my pieces at the end. So this is what it looks like. So you're just going to choose the part that looks the best to you, to use as the front part. But now I'm going to work on the piece that goes in the middle of the bow to help keep it shaped. So I'm going to start with a chain of 8, and once you have that chain of 8, you're going to single crochet in the second chain from the hook and in each chain to the end. So once that's completed, you should have 7 single crochets at the end of the row. So here I'm starting row 2 because I just wanted it thicker. You could leave it as is, but I'm going to single crochet, chain 1 and turn a single crochet in the same space and in each stitch till the end, and you should finish with 7 single crochets at the end of row 2 as well. And then once that's completed, you're going to tie off, and then we're going to form our little bow on the headband. Remember to leave a long tail for sewing, guys. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide up any stragglers that I have. I already hid up all the tails and stragglers on the headband and on the little piece to form that I'm going to use to form the bow. So now that I've done that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the little piece that we're going to use to form the bow in the center of the headband. So as you can see, what I'm doing here is I pinch the piece of fabric to form the bow shape, and I'm going to take the little centerpiece that I have and sew that together around it to maintain the shape of the bow. So I'm just going to hold that in place so as to keep my bow shape and sew that together, and then make a few stitches in the back and some knots to maintain the shape of the bow. As you can see here, it's coming out really nicely already. So I'm just going to go through the center of it to make sure that it stays in place. You just want to make sure that it's secured on your band and it looks nice. So I'm just doing a couple knots at the back to finish off um, my piece, and then I'm going to tie off and our little headband will be finished.
So there you have it, guys. This is the finished headband. I think it came out really cute and nice. You guys can let me know your thoughts in the comment below. Um, don't forget to tell me what you want to see me make next. I will put a link to the written pattern in my Etsy shop in the description box below. Follow me on social media. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you like it and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys next time for my next video. Bye guys.